Well, hey everybody, 650 Ebe here, welcome home to the channel. Behind me, we've got my beautiful 2023 BMW M1000RR. And in today's video, we're gonna put it on the dyno against my good buddy Joel's 2026 M1000RR. Both bikes have full exhaust systems. Their ECUs flashed by Bryn Tuning. My bike has the Velocity Stacks, basically stage 3 Bryn Tuning. Also, both bikes have DNA air filters. So this will be a good comparison. If you happen to have seen my last video, we put both bikes, a 2023 M1000 and a 2026, on the filthy streets for some smackdowns. If you missed that, click right here. But today's video is going to be all about dyno madness. Guys, this video is sponsored by our good friends at Cali Moto. If you're not familiar, Cali Moto is an awesome ride planning app, and I'm going to show you why. It is so cool. We can launch the app, and we click New Ride. You have the option to plan a tour, create a round trip. Cali Moto can even record your rides. If we click on Create a Round Trip, you can determine the amount of miles you want to ride, your starting location, and the type of roads you want to ride on, winding or twisty. Once you do that, you click Create a Round Trip. Cali Moto does everything else. It creates a ride, you can hit Start Navigation, and it displays turn-by-turn navigation. This is just awesome, guys. You can also use Cali Moto to connect with other riders when you're riding in different locations. That is pretty awesome. You can also save your rides in the Cali Moto app. We click on Planned Ride. I have a ride here that I mapped out earlier. And again, if you hit Start Ride, it puts up turn-by-turn navigation. This is an awesome app, guys. 2 discount codes are available. 10 Ebe will save you 10% off a yearly subscription. 30 Ebe will give you a 30-day free trial. Thank you so much, Cali Moto, for sponsoring today's video. I almost want to sit here in this beautiful park setting and just look at this gorgeous Motul Million M1000RR full carbon machine with a carbon fuel tank, carbon subframe, the beautiful Brembo braking system in the rear and up front, and of course the full Öhlins suspension. Yeah, this bike is a one-of-a-kind M1000RR for sure. And you don't see too many bikes fully done up like this. This bike does have the full Aero titanium exhaust system. I'm gonna leave the canister naked and afraid for a little while and keep the emblem off because I think it looks pretty cool. But clear clutch cover, lots and lots of parts. We got the Brembo master cylinder. We got lots and lots of cool parts on this bike. Joel's bike, who we'll meet up with here in a second, his bike is set up super nice also, guys. So, we're actually going to ride this bike to the dyno. My good buddy Joel is meeting me at GP Performance and Tuning with his 2026 M1000RR, and we're finally going to see how much more horsepower the 26 makes to this bike. We know that it makes more power because in my last video, we raced both bikes. I hopped on both bikes back to back, and the 2026 machine is noticeably faster, has quicker acceleration, and the throttle is more smooth than this bike. And that's saying a lot because this bike, well, it's pretty darn awesome. Quick shift and auto blipper work great on this bike. Everything just works really nice. I have this bike set up for GP or reverse shift, and it's just fantastic. Honestly, I think all modern sport bikes were designed with GP shift in mind. They seem to just work a lot better this way. But yeah, man, I know the 26 is faster. My guess right now, between you guys and myself, is that the 2026 is going to make about 10 more horsepower more than my beastly machine right here. That's a lot. So I'm gonna guess the actual horsepower numbers for this bike are gonna be 201 and the 2026 211. But that's okay, I'm fine with it. People ask me all the time, do I want to upgrade to the 2026? And the answer is no. Why? Because when I look down, I see nothing but beautiful man-made carbon fiber on this machine. And it is nothing short of outstanding. Look at all this carbon. So much carbon that it distracts me when I'm supposed to be riding on these fantastic roads. But that's okay. So we see that Joel's 2026 M1000RR produced 195 horsepower on the dyno here at GP Performance and Tuning. And I know that you may have seen these machines producing more or sometimes less horsepower on the dyno. But what's important is that every dyno has different conditions, the weather conditions, the environment, and things of that nature. What's important and what we're going to focus on is the comparison between his machine and mine in a back-to-back dyno session, dyno run right now that's going to happen within about 10 minutes of each other. We're going to have my bike on that dyno in 5 to 10 minutes, and so you'll be able to see it back-to-back. guys, we got the numbers for you. My bike, the 2023 M1000, made 187 horsepower, 81 foot-pounds of torque. Joel's 2026, 195 horsepower and 83 foot-pounds of torque. You look at the graph there and you can see that his bike really starts taking off from mine at around 9,000 RPM. And I think that's because of the bigger air intake that the 2026 has that makes it do that. But both bikes are Brem tuned. Both bikes are pretty set up similar. Mine does have the Brem tuning velocity stacks, Joel's does not. But 8 horsepower difference is pretty much exactly what BMW said the new bike should make over my 2023. So this dyno comparison, spot on. And again, guys, I know that you might have seen some other dynos of these bikes making more horsepower, but the relevant thing that we're trying to compare here is back-to-back comparisons with these two bikes, and you can see there is an 8 horsepower difference when you compare them back-to-back on the same dyno within about 5 to 10 minutes of each other. They both ran at the same temperature. Yep, 206 degrees. So everything was fair and square.
Yeah, we definitely just ran them back to back, one after the other. We made sure that the engine temperatures came down to 206, give or take. And then each pull we did from 206 to just make sure like the bikes are running at the same, I guess, level, you know?
Yeah.
So we ran them back to back. And we're both running the same tire because tires do play a role on the dyno.
Yeah.
Stickier tires will give less numbers.
And our tire of choice today is the Pirelli Supercorsa V4s, which we're using on these machines today.
Yeah, and they did good. They did good. So I'm happy with the tires, and they didn't. I don't think the low horsepower came from a tire thing, you know.
No.
Compared to what everybody else sees, because everybody's now is gonna be like, yeah, this bike's supposed to be 200, but you know, it is what it is. Bikes did great on the dyno, you know, and we try to run them back to back, same temperature inside the shop, same temperature of the engine. Yep. On both bikes we started from 3,000 RPM all the way up to red line. So you know, we try to make them as comparable as possible to make sure that we're giving you guys the right facts, the right numbers.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much. And check him out here at GP Performance and Tuning here in Cleveland, Ohio. A link to the shop is in the description. That's what we did for horsepower today. This bike made 8 horsepower less than our good buddy Joel's bike on the dyno. In this place, not that far from Sills, on the same road, just a few blocks down. Yeah, man, I knew that there was a big horsepower difference between the two bikes. When I raced Brandon's 2026 back to back after riding mine, I was like, wow, that is a horsepower difference. 8 horsepower? Yeah, I was thinking 10, so it's right on par with my thoughts initially. I'm still happy with my little girl though. She's a great bike. She has almost 10,000 miles on the clock, on the odometer, and hasn't given me any issues. So, stay tuned for my next video, because it's going to be my 10,000 mile review of this bike. We are at 9,901 miles. 99 miles to go, guys. So keep watching. That's going to be a great video. I'll tell you everything that I've encountered through my 2.5 years of ownership with this machine. Keep watching. Thanks for viewing.